Hey guys, you're with me, Kevin, your scuba professional, and today we're here to review and have a quick look at the 7 litre 300 bar cylinder that we've got available on our website. So the first thing you'll notice that the cylinder is the yellow and the grey colour. That is because Southern African laws require that all cylinders that are filled with normal air have the yellow and grey. So as a standard, we have all of our cylinders sprayed that way. This cylinder comes complete with a boot. So you see you've got the rubber boot at the bottom here, which will protect the bottom of the cylinder, as well as the 300 bar valve at the top. This being a 300 bar cylinder, so it's quite small, but can take a lot of pressure. This is ideal for anyone which is using it for PCP rifles, paintball, specifically guys that are using for scuba diving as well. If you're looking for a smaller cylinder at a higher pressure that's a lot lighter to give you a long dive with a really small cylinder, then this is the unit for you as well. These particular cylinders, although with the ColtriSub sticker put onto it there, are part of the Vitakovic range. Vitakovic are a cylinder manufacturer in the Eastern Bloc of Europe that have been manufacturing cylinders for many years, several decades they've been in the game. We have had these units manufactured in the Vitakovic factory, branded under ColtriSub, which is a really big Italian compressor company. They have endorsed that and then brought these units through to our distributors in South Africa. So all the relative markings are around the neck of the cylinder. You're not going to be able to see that on the video, but it has the date of manufacture, the serial number, the expiry dates, manufacture dates, all the correct standards that are needed for this cylinder to be in date and usable in Southern Africa are stamped across the neck over there. The top of the cylinder, just as a note, when we ship these to you, will have the valve on, but the valve will be loose. The reason for that is quite often sneaky little buggers are coming up with ways to hide drugs, alcohol, all sorts of illicit substances inside cylinders. So number one, we're not allowed to ship it when the valve is tied on tight, because in case it needs to be inspected at a roadblock, and it is also illegal to ship pressurized vessels, so we're not allowed to fill this with air. So when you receive the valve, just the top tip is you will see that it is loose when you get it. So I always recommend just unscrewing the valve to check a few things on the inside as well. So if I just take this valve off, okay, we can see there is our 300 bar valve. The reason we know it's a 300 bar valve is this head section is a lot thicker than that of a 200 bar. The thread slightly different to that of the 200 bar valves. You will find that these will fit in a 200 bar cylinder, but you can be very careful when you screw it in. You will strip the screws, and the 300 bar valve not designed to work on a 200 bar cylinder. Top tip when you do receive this is this little snorkel section at the bottom of the valve. It's always a good idea just to take your pliers or a wrench and just nip this back into place. Sometimes what happens is during transport, without it being pressurized, this snorkel vibrates loose and it'll drop off the cylinder, and you can sometimes hear it shaking around at the bottom. You just want to tighten that up. Quite often I've been asked is what is the point of the snorkel? That is for scuba diving specifically. If you get condensation or water inside the cylinder and you happen to swim upside down, and any water which is in the cylinder, if that moves towards the top, that will sit over there on the snorkel, allowing air to come through. If this wasn't here, it would just take any of the water or condensation in the cylinder and spray that straight into your first stage, which would clog it up, which is very dangerous underwater. That's why you want to make sure that you have ensured that your snorkel is on nice and tight. There's a really big O-ring around the outside over there. You want to check that O-ring's in good condition, and then you can screw it back onto the cylinder and nip it in nice and tight. You'll see that the 300 bar cylinder just comes with the DIN fitting. There is no insert that will work with a 300 bar. You cannot use an A-clamp on a 300 bar, only 200 bar cylinders. So you see you won't get the insert with this cylinder. And when you screw it on and you tighten it all up back in, what I highly recommend is once you've got this unit in, is just take a pair of pliers, a really big wrench if you've got one, and just put that over the top and just nip it nice and tight, just to check that it's not going to come loose for whatever reason. So there is our review of the 7 litre 300 bar cylinder that comes complete with the boot and the 300 bar valve as well. These ones branded as the ColtriSub valves, but also with the correct CE numbers and everything that you need are at the back over there, making this a world standard CE rated cylinder and valve available from our site. Cylinders do need to be inspected once a year for a visual inspection in Southern Africa and every 4 years for a hydrostatic test. You can just reach out to us and we'll get those sorted. So there's the review. It is the ColtriSub made by Vitakovic in Europe, 7 litre 300 bar cylinder. If you guys are enjoying the product reviews, please feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go over there and click subscribe and we'll keep you up to date with all the cool things that we've got going on. You can also give us a look on all of our social streams, Facebook, Instagram, all of them. Just go give us a search and we're bound to come up. So that's it from me, guys. And I look forward to seeing you in the water really soon.